Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Quiet Riddle. I appreciate you stopping by our little spot to chill out with us today. By the way, if you like the music on this channel, go to our YouTube music channel at Drizzlerworks Music, or just click on the link in this video. Over there we have calming and study music, and some hip-hop beats for your next grind. Make sure you check out the streaming section as well. Those visuals and music will make your time being there worthwhile. Your support helps other good people like yourself. So with that said, Friedrich Nietzsche. The name alone conjures images of profound, often unsettling ideas. He's the philosopher many love to quote, even if they haven't read him, and the thinker many love to hate, often with good reason. Why does this 19th century German philologist, cultural critic, and philosopher continue to provoke such strong reactions? Let's delve into the world of the philosopher everyone loves to hate. Nietzsche's life was one marked by intellectual brilliance and profound suffering. Born in 1844, he was a child prodigy, becoming a professor of classical philology at the University of Basel at the remarkably young age of 24. However, his academic career was cut short by debilitating health issues, chronic headaches, eyesight problems, and digestive ailments that plagued him throughout his life. These physical struggles, some argue, profoundly shaped his philosophy. He often wrote in bursts of intense creative energy, followed by periods of illness and convalescence. This personal struggle, this confrontation with suffering, became a central theme in his work. He saw suffering not as something to be avoided, but as a potential catalyst for growth and self-overcoming. One of Nietzsche's most famous and often misunderstood pronouncements is, "God is dead." This wasn't a celebratory atheistic declaration, but a profound observation about the decline of traditional religious belief and its implications for Western culture. Nietzsche believed that the Enlightenment, with its emphasis on reason and science, had effectively eroded the foundations of Christian morality and metaphysics. The death of God for Nietzsche meant the loss of a transcendent source of meaning and value. This, he argued, would lead to nihilism, a state where all values are seen as baseless and life loses its inherent purpose. But Nietzsche wasn't a nihilist himself. Instead, he saw the death of God as both a crisis and an opportunity. It was an opportunity for humanity to create its own values, to become the masters of its own destiny. This is where his concept of the Übermensch, or overman, comes into play. The Übermensch is not some superior biological being, but an ideal, a person who has overcome traditional morality, who has affirmed life in all its complexity, including its suffering, and who creates their own values and meaning. They are self-mastered, self-reliant, and possess an exceptional will to power. And speaking of the will to power, this is another concept that has often been misinterpreted, particularly in the 20th century. For Nietzsche, the will to power wasn't simply about domination or aggression, although it could manifest in those ways. Rather, it was a fundamental drive inherent in all living things, a drive to grow, to overcome, to become more. It was an urge for self-overcoming, for expansion, for the affirmation of life. Think of a plant pushing through concrete, or an artist striving to create something new and profound. This, for Nietzsche, was the will to power in action. Nietzsche was also a fierce critic of traditional morality, particularly Christian morality, which he saw as a slave morality. He argued that it valued qualities like humility, compassion, and self-sacrifice, which he believed were reactions born out of weakness and resentment. Instead, he championed a master morality, which he associated with aristocratic values of strength, pride, and affirmation of life. This isn't to say he advocated for cruelty or oppression, but rather for a re-evaluation of values, a move beyond what he considered to be life-denying ideals. This critique often makes people uncomfortable, as it challenges deeply ingrained ethical principles. His writing style itself contributes to his controversial status. Nietzsche wrote in aphorisms, parables, and poetic prose, often leaving his readers to grapple with the meaning of his ideas. He wasn't interested in systematic philosophy. He was more concerned with provoking thought and challenging assumptions. This makes him incredibly rewarding to read, but also highly susceptible to misinterpretation. His ideas taken out of context can easily be twisted to support agendas he himself would have vehemently opposed. Indeed, Nietzsche's philosophy suffered greatly from its appropriation by the Nazi regime. His sister, Elisabeth Förster Nietzsche, a fervent German nationalist and anti-Semite, manipulated and distorted his writings after his mental breakdown, presenting him as a proto-Nazi thinker. This deliberate misrepresentation permanently stained his legacy, despite the fact that Nietzsche himself was critical of anti-Semitism and nationalism. This historical misuse is a significant reason why he remains a figure of suspicion for many. Beyond the controversies, what is Nietzsche's enduring appeal? He forces us to confront fundamental questions about existence, morality, and the meaning of life. He challenges us to examine our values, to question where they come from, and to consider whether they truly serve life or diminish it. He encourages us to embrace individuality, creativity, and the courage to live authentically, even in the face of suffering. His philosophy, though often dark and challenging, is ultimately an affirmation of life, urging us to overcome our limitations and create our own meaning in a world without inherent guarantees. So, is Nietzsche the philosopher everyone should hate? Perhaps not. He is certainly a philosopher who demands careful consideration, a philosopher who will challenge your preconceptions and push you to think deeply. He's a philosopher who reminds us that meaning is not found but created, and that the greatest victories are often won over ourselves. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe. I have more videos, so feel free to watch them as well. I appreciate each and every one of you. God bless you. See you in the next video.
Mm-hmm.